Hello everyone, it's Brickmaster here, and today I have a very special LEGO set to review. This is the LEGO Star Wars 7879 Hoth Echo Base set from 2011. This set came out, of course, in 2011, and was around $90 when it was in stores. So, this is a very nice set, comes with a lot of minifigures, especially for an $80 set. It comes with all of this, and that is quite good, especially for a set of this size, so yeah, first I'll show you the instructions. Alright, so the set comes with two. They both look identical from the front. There's just number 1 and number 2. That's how they're marked, so you can tell the difference. And the first instruction booklet comes with 60 pages. So it talks about it's the instructions for the first half of the base. And the second instruction booklet has 48 pages, including the back. It has the boy screaming win to maybe win a LEGO set. I'm not that sure, but yeah, it's to win a LEGO set. I remember that now. But yeah, these are the instruction booklets, and they're quite easy to follow because they do have those little boxes that tell you what pieces you need for each set, so I do appreciate that. And yeah, it's what it looks like. I don't have the box because I threw it out. This is when I was throwing out boxes a lot more. I got this set in 2012, so yeah, I've had this set for 7 years now. It's a while. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for the instruction booklet. Alright, here's a look at all of the minifigures. There are quite a few. There's 9 in total, including the Tauntaun, which is... Some people would probably call it a figure, but I would still call it a minifigure because it's small and it's a figure, so minifigure makes sense. Anyway, first we'll look at these two. They are the snow troopers that come with the set. They are both identical, and they are the same snow troopers that came with the AT-AT that I just reviewed before, maybe 2 weeks ago or so. But yeah, that's what they look like. No back printing. They do have that nice backpack that's molded into the helmet, so I really do like that. I like it a lot more than the newer snow troopers that came out, I think, 5 years ago or so. So, yeah, I do like that. It's minifigures. Next, we'll look at the Tauntaun. I have it with its little gear, with its little, I think you'd call it the reins in this case. I'm not that sure, because I know reins just go for horses. It does have a saddle as well. But if you don't want to have a saddle, you can just put this little 1x2 brick with also a 1x2 tile plate on top, so it can look like it's part of its actual skin. So what you do is you, of course, put the saddle on, and then you... This is kind of hard to do with one hand, but I'll try to do it. You put the reins on, then you can put, of course, Han Solo on the back here, and there you go. Next, we'll look at Princess Leia, and she's in her Hoth getup, and her hair is tied back in a different way, so this is not the same Princess Leia as the one that comes with the Millennium Falcon that was released that same year. And she does have some back printing. Yeah, that's what her back looks like. The printing is quite good because it does show some creases on the wrinkles of the clothes. So and the hair pieces for Princess Leia are always done well. So, yeah, she does have an alternate face as well. So, this is what it looks like. Here she's a bit more angry. Anyway, here's Chewbacca. This is still the older version. I do like this one, though. I think he's still quite good. He does have his little, I'm not sure what to call it. That little, it's like a sash in a way. It has some metal things on it. I'm not that sure what they are. And here, of course, is his crossbow that he always brings with him. And it's just one big mold for the head. And also it covers the torso as well, so you can't turn his head, but it's still okay. Next we'll look at Luke Skywalker. This is when he's in the tank. I think it's called the Back to Tank, where he's basically brought back to better health. And he has this little breathing apparatus on so he can breathe in the water. And he does have, of course, a lot of bruises because he came back from being a bit frostbitten, I think. And he was also fighting a Wampa before. So, that's what he looks like. That's what he looks like at the back. And he also has an alternate face, where he doesn't have his mask on, where he just looks a bit, happy in a way. Sure. It's a very strange face. I don't really see expressions like that on LEGO minifigures as much. Next, look at R3PO, who's exclusive to this set. He's a protocol droid, and he does look quite nice. And he does have back printing as well, so you can see a little vent at the back. Most people would think of a Hoth protocol droid as K3PO, who's the white one, who comes with 2 Hoth sets. I have the newer Assault on Hoth one, so I'll show that to you when I review that set eventually. And yeah, that's what R3PO looks like. Next, we'll look at the medical droid that comes with the set. He's supposed to be looking after Luke Skywalker after he's in the back to tank. And he does look quite good. His arms can move, of course. And they kind of work like a battle droid, so yeah, they're quite similar. If you have a battle droid, you kind of know how this moves. And he does have a nice mold for the torso and head, and I think it looks quite good. And even from the back, it looks good. It's not like the mold has a hole in the back of the head or anything. It does look quite good. And lastly, we'll look at Han Solo, who is riding the Tauntaun, so I'll take him off, and this is what he looks like. He does have a lot of printing there on his torso, and on his belt, and one of his legs, and he has no back printing. No, he doesn't. I was getting a bit confused with the newer Han Solo with this hood. That's the one that was in the little Hoth turret set that came with the that one droid that Han shoots on Hoth. I keep forgetting the name. That's his face, and he comes with a little blaster pistol. That's what he looks like. I'm sorry I keep knocking figures down. Before we go on to the base, these are the 2 things that the snowtroopers are supposed to operate. So one snowtrooper can operate a speeder, so he just has to go ahead and sit on it like so. And you can grab the little lever so he can go ahead and speed away. And there's also this little cannon, so you can basically attach your minifigure's hands there so he can go ahead and fire. I don't really like these handle pieces because they do tend to take your minifigure's hands with them when you try to take the minifigure off. So it is kind of annoying. But I think it looks fine if you have your minifigure like this. And it does have those little antenna pieces, or lever pieces, as legs for the cannon, so that works out pretty well. It does have a nice barrel as well with a little radar dish that's built into it. I think it is a quite good looking cannon, and I know that they've used it quite recently as well too, so yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Alright, here's a look at the base. It is quite large, and it's supposed to display the interior of the base, not where the door is, where the snow speeders come out. And I think that's kind of interesting that they create a set that's more on the inside of the base. I don't think any other set that LEGO's made is similar to this one, except that new one that comes with the little tank where Luke is in. But another cool thing that you can do with this is that you can unclip this, and the base sort of splits in half, but is still held together by a hinge. So it is a lot thinner, but it's a lot wider. That's how it looks like that. I think it does look quite nice this way. And this is how I'm going to review this set for you guys, because I just think it works a lot easier to show you everything in this kind of way instead. So yeah, let's look at this area of the base. So here's the little tank where Luke is in, and you can push this forward, and you can get Luke, and go ahead and just put him in there, and he will stand like that, and all you have to do is just lift this up, and he's inside. It does look quite nice, I think. Yeah. It looks like he's sort of asleep in there, which he is, and you're kind of warming him up after he's been out in the blizzard. Also, here's this little table where Luke rests after he's taken out of the tank, and it does have this little pillow that can be adjusted to however Luke wants it to be. So I do think it's nice, and it can rotate, of course. And yeah, that's it for the bed, really. This is also a look at the guns that are here they can be moved back like so, like so. I'm not that sure why you'd want them to move back, but it works. Here's also an area where it's kind of the command center in a way. They do have this hologramic screen right here, and it does show this little, I think it's a laser of some kind or something, I'm not that sure. And it does come with some stickers that are used for controls. Here's an area to sit, and here's a little sticker of some more controls, and there's one where this in front of the seat that is I think it's called the shield generators, I think that's what they are. And there's another one that has AT-AT walkers that are coming in the distance, and I think this area of the base does look very good. This is my personal favorite side of the base. I do think it looks the nicest. And also there's another thing that's on top here. I'm not that sure what this is, if this is supposed to be the area where the trench is, or if it's just an area to look down what's going on in the base from on top to make sure everything's running smoothly. And this little box here can be transported from side to side. So if you want to transport something from the medical bay to the control room, that can basically happen without people having to walk and almost knock people out of the way. So everything can run smoothly in the base. Here's a fun feature where you can pull this, and these two icicles will fall. And that is also on this side. So if you have snowtroopers coming in and you don't want them there, you can just do that. Or if there are any other uninvited guests that are attacking the base. Moving along a little further, this is the little Tauntaun stable area, and this is an area where you can put the Tauntaun's saddle and little reins. So all you have to do is attach the saddle there, and then you have to go ahead and get the reins, and I think you hook them on this side. Yeah. And you just attach them like so, and you just hang them. It does work quite well, and it doesn't take up that much space, which is one of the things that's good. And it would be kind of annoying to have a large structure that's just taking up so much of the base, taking up so much unwanted space as well. So this is a little area where the Tauntaun can leave. So this is a little green thing where the Tauntaun can eat. It's a little plant vegetation piece. It's used on trees as well. And you can basically unlock this by moving these little Technic pieces out to the side, and then use this so the Tauntaun can leave. And I'll show you what it looks like with the Tauntaun inside. And I'll just grab my Tauntaun, just put him in there. So, yeah. That's how he is inside. This is what it looks like from the side. I do think it's quite a nice little stable. I do like that it actually comes with one, because the new Assault on Hoth set just comes with a little crane, and then the Tauntaun just basically has to eat behind the crane, which is kind of strange. I wouldn't leave my pet or animal to eat something just behind something like a crane, but I think that's basically just used for space. But yeah, that's what that looks like. And there's also these two lights that are up here to make sure that that there's light inside of a dark cave, of course, so make sure you can see stuff. There's also this little exit area, which is not big enough for snow speeders to go through, but I think it's just used for minifigures or little smaller transports to leave. This could be where the snow troopers enter the base. I'm not that sure, but this area is defended quite well, and there are these two cannons that are up here. They can shoot 2 flick fire missiles, and you just basically have to fire them like that. They don't really work all that well, but they basically do their job somewhat well. I'm not that sure why they created those flick fire missiles, because they don't really work that well. All they really do is just fire maybe 2 inches and that's it. But yeah, I'm sorry I knocked that cannon off. So that's what that looks like. And of course this little saddle fell off, but that's okay. Here's all this little generator or something like that. I would think it's a generator because you kind of need energy down here in Hoth. So yeah, it's this little tank right here in this tube, and getting some energy or gas or who knows what it is. But yeah, it does look quite nice. I remember when I had this set stored for a while, this was all broken up for some reason. I think I took it apart, but I managed to put it back together, and this can also be removed. So you can bring a new generator in if the old one's dead or something. So yeah, you can put that back. That's what it looks like, that area of the base. So I think I'm done with this base. Oh, I forgot one thing. This radar dish can, of course, turn, like all radar dishes can. Well, most of them. I know there's one set where it can't, but yeah, that's what it looks like. So yeah, I'm also gonna get some minifigures inside, so you kind of see what it would look like if it's a busy base. All right, so this is what it looks like with minifigures inside. You can see R3PO and Princess Leia doing something in the control room, the medical droid assisting Luke in the tank, Han Solo and Chewbacca, of course, they're supposed to be fixing the Millennium Falcon, but since the Millennium Falcon doesn't have a place in this set, I'll just leave them there. And we also have some snow troopers that are attacking the base. So yeah, overall I do really like this set. It is worth the money, the $90, but I think it is more expensive now. I would pay at most $110 on this, because it does come with quite a few pieces as well. I think it's 800 something, so, or 900 something, so it is a big set, but don't pay over $110 for it. It's really not worth it, because you might as well just save your money for the Assault on Hoth set, even though this is the interior. If you just want a Hoth set, just get Assault on Hoth, but if you do want inside, get this set. It is very good, and none of the sets with the doors really have as much on the inside as this set does, so I would get this if you have the money and if you have access to eBay or Amazon. I'd rather get it on eBay because it's cheaper. Amazon is just too expensive. That's why I never buy anything there now. But yeah, I do like this set. I advise you get it, and I will see you all later in another Star Wars or non-Star Wars video. So, okay guys, bye.